Just going to start in just a moment there. Bear with me just a moment. Alright then, let's get cracking then. Alright, so what's going on, champs? Hope you guys are doing well. I'm starting a little bit earlier. I did say 10:45. I got held back a little bit in terms of a few things, X, Y, and Z. Nothing to bore you about as well. So I just want to say thank you so much for actually jumping on the stream. You know, welcome. It's a new week. We got Tuesday today, so we've got Monday's range we can play. We're gonna go through a few things. Are we bullish or bearish? This is a scam pump. Is this a legit pump? And if it's a legit pump, where could we go? I've done it before. We're gonna do it again. There's a quick breakdown. We're gonna actually do this quite quickly, in my opinion. So, so questions wise will be very limited on this stream, on today's episode, just because I'm a little bit behind. And I know NJ's actually got his stream coming up at 12:15 a.m. So in literally about an hour and a half from here. So I know you guys are all going to be watching it afterwards as well. So just want to give a quick shout out to all you guys here. So you got Luke Bit, we got Tom, yeah, Tom's here as well, Renand, and we got David here. What's going on, David? How you doing, man? Does that monthly open actually make a bit of sense to you there? I will break it down as well. So let's have a look. So Luke, that's a quick question. I'll ask you. Okay, now read it. Now I'll answer quickly. What do you think would be a nice, good level to start allocating a good portion of your money for a long-term investment in Bitcoin? Honestly, Luke, it's a very important question, that is, and I think it's a legitimate one. See, the thing is, well, we're in a bear market, okay? There's two ways you can play it, right? Number one is, and which we're going to discuss today, are we going to have a push to 26, 28k? That's an interesting thing, because we're at 19.7k at the moment. I'm looking at it right now. And the question is, if we're going to get a push to 26, 28k, we need to see certain things. And I'm going to talk about what we need to see, what things we need to see first, for us to actually start going to longs, and then we can start allocating alts for short term, because we're still in the bearish market until proven otherwise, right? And that's number one. Or number two is, are we going to have like, or what the push that we had yesterday was looking nice, to be honest. If you look on the 30 seconds or the 1 minute chart, looks amazing. Like, fucking yo, let's go to 60k. But at the same time, you gotta think to yourself, but where did it push into? What's the retest? You know, like, you gotta look at all these little things. Are we breaking structure? Are we making a good move? Are we, or is this a range bound environment? You know, there's a lot of things you gotta put in together. And once you put these stories together and you monitor price on a day, well, you don't need to monitor it day to day. A couple of days and so in a week, you definitely gotta monitor it a few times. But once you've done that, then you'll be able to say, okay, we're looking at this. For example, EBTC is a key factor, right? So we'll talk about EBTC, talk about BTC longs and the view, the longs and short. We'll talk about Ethereum, the view, the longs and short, and we'll probably squeeze in BNB if we can get in, depending on time. If not, we're gonna just have to, you know, end it. We're gonna have to end it, and then tomorrow hopefully I have a bit more time there. So shout out to you guys, man. Derry's in the chat. We got Kenneth here. Morning to you guys. We got Satwise. How's it going, brother? I was chatting to Satwise early on, briefly, man. How you doing, bro? Vegeta's in the on the chat as well. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? You don't like shorts? He's a short motherfucker, he is, man. So alright, let's get this cracking. So 10:46. Let's go. Alright, so what's going on with Bitcoin? Now, Bitcoin itself, right? A few things. We're going to just do a quick recap in terms of what we need to look for. Yes, they had a lot of lines, blah, blah, but I'm going to kind of narrow it down to the things that are important, right? Number one, see this orange line? This is the weekly range. 2 weeks ago, weekly low. 2 weeks ago is low, 2 weeks ago is high. And you can see clearly, motherfucker. You can see price just literally just range bounded. And this is a deviation as long as this holds, right? As long as this holds, it's a deviation, and then we can go a lot more higher, blah blah. Or is this a deviation, right, of the range low? So we can go back down the weekly open and then go a lot more lower. So that's it. We'll come into a make a break. I did take a short in the morning. I looked at it and it's like, it was perfect to me. I should have taken Ethereum. Ethereum was clear. To be honest, if you've taken Ethereum short, it's a lot clearer. I have taken some profits at the monthly open, and on this chart, the monthly open is, I should have fucking labeled this one. Oh, the fuck. No, did I not label it? No, bastard. Monthly open was here. That's where the monthly open. Just there, right? So now it's interesting now. You see this now. So we label this. What's so important about the monthly open? We discussed this yesterday. Quickly, we can touch it on this quickly. Monthly open, why it's so important? We get to see which direction we're going on, right? We have an idea of what's going on, blah, blah. And all we need to see is, so for example, this is like a monthly candle. This is a monthly candle. That's the open, and it goes down. It's a red candle, and you can see price goes up, deviates below it, goes up, and once it breaks down, and then it finds resistance of the monthly open. Does it once? Does it twice? It's an example, right? Does it twice? Breaks the previous low. Bearish market structure. Higher high. So that's a high. That's a low. That's a low. Lower. Lower high. Lower low. Lower high. Off we go. Sell off. That's your confirmation in this area. Let's go. And we see target. Okay. Level to level. Got it? Makes sense. So that's the play. And then the bullish way is the opposite. Will be something like this. Find resistance, finds resistance, gets above it, hold it as support, key point, hold it as support, and off we go. What's happened with BTC? BTC is fucking, I don't know, man. It's choppy in it, right? So at the same time, it's like it wants to take a shit. At the same time, it doesn't want to take a shit, right? So, what are we doing? Are we taking a shit or are we not taking a shit? Let's find out. And the 4 hours, I mean, we got 2 hours left to go. If we close below the monthly open, now to me, that's a deviation of the monthly open. Then we'll find resistance. Let's go. We'll play it level to level. Obviously, we need to find certain ways and confirmations on how to play this for the expansive move. Okay, makes sense. So far, as it stands, that's the monthly high. So we can do a quick range, just a quick cheeky range, like a cheeky Nando's. So that's a high and that's the low, and you can see, right? If I were to remove everything off temporarily, right, you can see, well, the weekly open comes in at 25% of the range. Let's make this a bit bigger so you guys can actually see what's going on. All right, just nice and simple, right? Nothing too complicated, and it's just a little range of what it is. What we can use as an establishment, and you can see 25% caps of resistance, deviates below, smash above, finds resistance at the mid-range. See that? Fucking mid-ranges already. We're 5 days in. It's fucking show us a mid-range resistance. Gets above the 25%, 75%, takes out this liquidity over here, these liquidity there. I was very, very skeptical, which is why originally when I had the short, when we got into this and I entered around, I think 20.4 or 20.5, something around this area, my stop loss was here, because I'm like, you know what, I don't like bringing my stop loss a bit low over here. The reason why is because of this equal highs, we can get a stop loss, a stop run, and lo and behold, what have we done? We've done a fucking stop run. I was right, okay? There you go. You can see clearly. Monday's high, did the stop run. Done. And then where we are, we've come down below the monthly open. We're still fucking making more down moves. I'm in some good profit, alhamdulillah. That's good. We'll see. We'll work out the levels. So if you missed the trade and we're short, I'm looking for shorts, we'll work it out. Don't worry. Just relax. Chill your beans. Grab a coffee. Pause the stream if you need to, and catch it up, and then drink some tea. Right. So ideally, let me get this pen tool out. Shout out to Nabil and Goku-san. Where the fuck is it? Give me a second. You can tell that I'm not prepared. You can tell that, well, not prepared. I mean, like, you can tell that I'm a little bit over the rushed out a little bit. So yeah, this is the mid range, as everyone can see. So ideally, what could happen is, do we do something like this, break down, and then off we go. Here we go. Let's go. That's target 1, and let's go. That's target 2. Blah blah blah. Right. Reason why I'm choosing this. That's the mid range of the month. We could get a retest of the monthly open. Who gives a shit? I mean, we could have a deeper pullback to do this actually. Actually, you know what? We'll do the plans together. Don't worry about it. There's no rush. Let's just have a quick look at it. So yeah. So if we below the mid range, we find resistance. Then I'll say target will be weekly open. We'll go down to the current monthly low, and let's see if we can take out new lows, take out these liquidity, and keep going there. All right, cool. Makes sense. So let's bring up back everything back that we lost, because there were some key points in here. There we go. Cool. Understand? Yes, we got Hal Fossil here. Nice to see a fellow Asian from UK in the scene, bro. Honestly, keep doing what you're doing. Your family must be proud of you, mashallah. Do you know what it is? I don't know if they're proud of me. I was a bit of a fuck up when I was young. Like most of us are, let's be honest, right? I caused a lot of problems for my mum and dad. especially my dad. I gave him a lot of hard time in terms of just like getting into fights and arguing back, and like we teenagers shit in it. And it's unfortunate that my pops isn't here to see what I've done, but all I really give a damn about, it's not about like how high or how great or whatever I do. It's all about, can I make my mum happy? Can I make my family happy? Everyone in the family all happy, and that's what I give a damn about. All right. So, and I think it's the same for everyone else. But if they're proud of me, alhamdulillah. All I care about in terms of being proud is that, is God happy with me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to be a good human being. So he's from East London, Midland, from Derby. Yes, I got loads of boys in Derby when I was at uni, De Montfort University. Alright, cool. So we got Rolf in the chat. Amar's here as well, the brother. We got Power 4 and Hafalo. What's going on? Is it Hafalo? Am I saying it right? Cool, let's get cracking anyway. So that's the thingy. So now the key also, we need to also monitor, not only because we're below monthly open, this range. Remember the range I was talking about at the very beginning of the fucking stream, right? Let me show you this. Just the orange. Focus on the orange. Nothing else. Don't focus on anything else. Just the orange line. Let's just... Do you know what? Can I get... Let me delete this so you guys can see this and just play level to level, right? So you can see this. I'm going to delete this too. I don't need this no more. High to low, low to high, deviates below it, and then we get back up 25%. We come back to the mid range. This is really, to me, a make or break. I don't want to. I mean, price can come back down, find support off the weekly open, but it has to reclaim this. If I was going to be long, right? I'm just saying, if I was going to be long, my stop loss has to be below Monday's low. My stop loss has to be below Monday's low because that's the low of the week, and it's also like, if we give this up, right? For example, we're going down. We're going a lot more down. We're taking these liquidities. We're going to go further down this one. We're going to go all the way down to these bad boys that I want to take out, right? But we got to just monitor it as it is. But that's really is the BTC view, all right? That's the quick and short and simple in terms of the weekly. We're just looking at the weekly, nothing else, nothing too expensive. I think we'll just stick these levels on and just play from there. Actually, no, that's a lie. There's one more thing I forgot. Monday's range. My favorite thing, right? It's like chicken and chips to me. So this is Monday's range. I want to make this blue so I know what I'm talking about. What it is, I got these color code. I'm not color coordinated. I'm not like that. So like when it comes to revising, I don't highlight things differently. I prefer things black and white, which is why the candles are black and white. But when it comes to time frame, me personally, I've color coordinated my time frame. So I'll give you an example, right? So I'm just gonna write this down for you. I'm not saying you gotta copy me, but it's up to you. It's up to you. But like, this is what I do, right? So if you guys ever see it, make a note, right? So you can understand. So when I've got purple, that's the monthly. When I've got weekly, orange, it's the weekly. Blue is daily. What else do we have? Red is 4 hour. Black, everything. Okay, this is literally my color coordination there. So every time, so this is a color that I stuck with, and I suggest that everyone else do this something similar. The reason why is that you can pick it out yourself, because your chart is your chart. So when you read it, I want you to be able to read it in a way that you're like, I know what the fuck's going on. So if we're coming up and we bounce off something as resistance, but it's actually purple, you're like, that's a fucking monthly open or some shit like that. Of course, it's gonna fucking bounce off it. We're gonna find some fucking resistance. Vice versa, whether it's a weekly open or weekly range low, that kind of shit in it, right? So you can see there, purple monthly, orange weekly, blue daily, red 4 hours, black everything on lower time frame. Everyone gets it? Cool. That's it. So now I did this in blue, so I know this range here will always be Monday's range. I know it straight away. I don't have to worry about it. So now I can focus on things. So let's look for trades now. So we'll do the bullish trade. Right, I think the bullish trade and is equally important as the bearish trade, because there are some factors. I've taken profit over here. TP should have already hit by now. Over here. So what happened was, I'm going to talk to you briefly about my short. My short was off a 5 minute, and just a quick recap. Then we go into the breakdown. So I'm gonna interlock two different charts, all right? So number one is this chart, right, which is monthly range, and obviously you can see the weekly, blah blah. But let's just focus on Monday, right? So we're gonna delete this for just a second, and we're just gonna focus on Monday. Now I saw price come up here, and you see this low here. This low to me was acting as a resistance. Why? Can you see the fact that you got deviation? Once we got below it, I took a short over here. I was confident of this. So something like this. This is when you're fucking sick, you know. Like, you know, when you're on fucking drugs and shit, right? And you can still focus. And you think that's when I took the long. So I took my short around 2,300, around, I think around here, 2,350. This is for me is when I took the short. I took a short there. My stop loss, I want to be honest, is not a Monday's high, because we can easily take out Monday's high. My stop loss, right, is a little bit wider. I'll show you where it is. My stop loss is actually here. This bit here, right? That's where my stop loss is. I think I should move it a little bit higher, probably up around there, just give me a bit of breathing space. But I was right. So far I was right. Reason why is like, look, and actually look, if I do this, what kind of fucking R do I have right now, man? You know when you're right and shit goes your way and you're like, let's fucking go. It's a beautiful thing, you know, I ain't gonna lie to you. So let's take that off. Big magnet. It's approximately, let's say it's on the trend line. I think I have to get slightly above the trend line, but who gives a shit? It's just an approximation. That's where my TP is, obviously. That's one there. And 15 minutes. My stop loss was literally here. So far, well, monthly open, I bagged out over here, and that was a 1.9 hour trade. I think I bagged 10% profit there. I put my stop loss at break even straight away. So in case we get a fast wick right down, fuck it, I'm not gonna take a full loss. I know I bagged 10%. I'm quite happy with that. Then my second one right now so far was here, mid range. Play it level to level. I didn't even take 25%. I was like, fuck that. Let's retest the monthly open, because if the monthly open was supposed to be bullish, we should hold above it. Maybe a deeper pullback, maybe up to like the mid range and stuff like that. But hold above it, and let's fucking shut it there. Take these highs, dip into there, fucking let's go. Off it goes. Send it off to a motherfucking, you know, smithereen motherfucking shit, right? But we're finding resistance, right? I mean, support. We did a stop run of these lows here and these lows there. Did we retest this? No, we didn't retest that. So I want to see this mid-range break down for me to go a lot more lower. All right, so then I'll compound the shit out of it, and then going to fill out all this void over here. But then my next target will be the weekly open, because if we're bullish for the weekly open, this right should hold, and let's get back up. Show bullish market structure. Let's go. Bob's your uncle. We take out Monday's high. And then if we get above Monday's high, we go up high. That's the premise. That's all it is. It's level to level trade. Is everyone following me? Right? Cool. That's the trade. That's my breakdown. That's my run through. And in terms of how I'm gonna actually manage this trade, literally is this, right? I've still got the trade open. I've taken 10% off here. I take 10% off here. 20% off. All I'm doing now is if this comes up and reclaims and holds above it, right? Especially comes up above the monthly. Actually, no. That's a lie. I probably will start cutting more position off. I'll take more position off if we start holding here, right? Around this area there, approximately. If it is like some sort of market structure like that, I'll cut another 20% off. Well, just to bank 40% now. I bank 40% because I'm in profit now. I don't want to get stopped at a break even. I don't want to lose. I want to make as much money as I can. Now, if we come back up, and we find resistance and break down, and then we come back down below here to the mid-range, to the monthly open. If we do that, we found resistance here, for example, off this area here. This is an area of chop, because you can see deviation, resistance, deviation, off it goes, shanks down, and off it goes, right? So if we do something like that, I'll take the fucking compound opportunity, all that I've taken the profit off, and I'll bring my stop loss above the whatever deviation above the mid-range is. And here we go. I've compounded the motherfucking place. And then my next target I'll start playing target 1, target 2, target 3. That's all it is. And if we come back to the weekly open and hold above it and break above it and thingy, I'll cut the trade. Cut the fucking trade. because all we've done is done a retest of the monthly, weekly open. Whole above it is showing me bullish signals. Capiche? Everyone understood? Makes sense? Something just caught my eye. So, Hal Foster goes, same here, bro. My mum's deaf and don't live with my dad. Bless her. May God actually make it easy for you and your family, and for your mum especially. When we grow up, we don't realise, but as we grow up, we learn what really matters in this family, not materialistic things. But bro, geez, the Montfort, I want nothing. Yeah, but yeah, it's true though. Just a moment for parents actually. Let's take like a second or two for our mums and dads, innit? Sometimes we get like good mum and dads, sometimes we get really bad mum and dads. End of the day, it doesn't really matter. What matters is how you become as a human being, as a better person, number one, and number two is like you trying to improve the generation after our parents, and that's what we all try to do. Like when our parents come here to this country, for example, like my parents were immigrants, they were legal for so many years. Yeah, we were in hiding. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I got British papers now, so I can say it openly. But yeah, we were in hiding. Immigration was knocking on our door and shit like that when my brother was 10 days old. But Dad did whatever he can, right? He did whatever he can to survive. You know, from moving from one place to another place. I mean, we moved everywhere. Ask NJ. NJ will tell you. I won't tell you the story, but NJ, especially his pops, I got a lot of respect and love for him, because him and my pops were close. Not only that, but there was things that he did for me as a baby that no one would do, right? But anyway, so we just, yeah, man. I mean, sometimes we got good parents, bad parents, or whatever, but we're trying to make the generation better. And all of us here right now, there's 14 people. Was there 14 people in the chat? Let's have a look. There's 39 people in the chat. Really appreciate you guys there. And I think what we all need to understand is that when our parents get old, don't lose patience with them, because when you were young and you were stupid, they didn't lose patience with us. You know what I'm saying? So just because sometimes my mom pissed me off. It happens. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna lie about it. Sometimes like, she does get on my nerves, isn't it? But at the end of the day, right? Like, she's my mom. Like yesterday, she phoned me. I was on the stream, and I literally said, most of you guys were here yesterday. I literally was thinking, I'm like, I can't ignore this call with my mom, and I picked it up as well. Just really chatted to her and today they're here, man. Tomorrow they're gone. You know, trust me. Take it from me. I've lost my father when I was 23. It's not easy. Right. So if anyone says anything, right, trust me. Being an orphan in the Arabs, they have a culture that when you lose one of your parents, you become an orphan. Straight away, you become an orphan. And yeah, man. You know, when I was 23, I felt lost. You know, it was sad to see, and it's another thing as well. Another word of advice is that, you know, all your friends that you have and all your brothers you claim to have and whatever, they're not there. You know, most of them will go. It's only when you're in deep shit you realize who your real family is. But hopefully you guys don't experience that, and your mum and dad all have a healthy life, and you know, and are there for as long as possible. Okay, that's my love to parents. Okay. Thank you, Abiki. He's yeah. David said my mum is my god. 100%, man. My mum is like I said, she's a pain in the backside. Which mum isn't? She's always like telling me off. I mean, like, maybe I deserve it. But yeah, man. Mums are mums, man. Bro, Vegeta 17. Dude, that is hard, man. Fucking hell, man. What to talk about that? How you keeping, man? How you keeping, my brother? You guys all keeping well? Hopefully you all well, man. So yeah, so that's the play. Let's get cracking. We're losing time. Fucking hell, 11:06. What the fuck is going on? So yeah, so that's the plan that I have, and that's the way I'm going to look for it. So that's the plan for the breakdown in terms of like cutting it and expanding it, compounding X, Y, and Z. So I've explained it to you, blah, blah, blah. There we go. All right. So now day trade. Day trade is the important thing. That's what we're all here for. That's what we all want to make peaceful. Let's see what we got here. Where's my fucking lines? Let's get these fucking lines back up. Fucking hell. You know when you talk too much shit, right? I do talk a lot of shit, eh? And look at this, it bounced up to 25% range. That's what it is. So to me, it's still bearish. I mean, look, it's potential. It is potential, right? If we play this level to level, right, it's potential that it can come back up here and that's the next level, right? And also this is a consolidation of this area, yeah? It's a retest, and you know, break down and go a lot more lower. It's very potential, but we're gonna play it safe. The market has been choppy. I have taken a loss yesterday on my shorts on BTC and Ethereum. I'm a little bit pissed off. I cut it a bit early before I took the loss because it was showing bullishness already. But it's a loss. A loss is a loss, and I don't like that. Right? So today I'm trying to bag as much as I can and milk the fucking market before we'll see how it goes. Right? But to be honest, we had a good week yesterday. Last week. Critiques in the chat. Morning critique, morning everyone, or afternoon or evening, wherever you guys are from. And me Cam from Rock Bottom. All I work for, the restaurant, my trading is all for mom. Yeah, so, if you guys don't know, David's from Belgium, and he's got a restaurant. So maybe David, just put your restaurant's name in the chat, just a bit plug in there. So if you guys are ever in Belgium, go see my man David. Tell him that Trader Dainks sent you. He will look after you. I hope. Yeah, you will look after him, David, right? So just put your thingy up there, your restaurant there. Let's show some support for local businesses as well at the same time, because at the end of the day, these local businesses are trying to grind and trying to make some trying to make life work. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. So yeah, just pop it down, bro. And I also can make a note of it. So when I come to Belgium, inshallah, in the coming weeks, months, whenever I come, I will definitely come down and have a meal there. Yeah, Vedita's gonna go there. 100%. Let me write this down. So, let me write this down. Give me a second. So, SMESKE at Tiegem. TIGEM. Cool. Awesome. If you guys got any local businesses that you guys have, plug it down in the freaking chat so we can all support each other, man. End of the day, that's what it is. It's all love. There's no hatred here. I'm not here for beef. I'm not here for anything else. I just want you guys to actually do well in your life. That's what I want to hear. Like, anything that comes from me is from God. That's the way I see it. It's nothing's from me, right? Everything's temporary in this world, and let's live a better life and a good life, right? Cool. Let's go. Let's get cracking. Day trades. Let's go. Fuck. Right. Let's focus on the two things, right? So I did briefly talk about it, and I'm gonna talk about it now. Just focusing on level to level, right? The first level we're gonna talk about is Monday's range. I think Monday's range is really, really important, and to me, it's my favorite play, man. Honestly, you know why? Because it keeps the premise of the fucking week. We know that the weekly open is here, right? Was this low here, right? Below the mid-range. We got down, so as you can see, let me just fucking move this inside. It's on the 5 minutes. Actually, I don't like that 5 minutes. Let's go on 15 minutes. There we go. I think that's better, right? So you guys can see it. Monday's range. Let's focus on that. Nothing else. We've got weekly open, monthly open. We know what's going on. We're below the monthly open, and I said to you, we're below the monthly open, we're bearish. We're below the weekly open, we're bearish, right? So this level here is more key than this level here, right? Because it's a higher time frame, right? So now we're gonna see, because we might, if we're gonna be bullish, we might not retest this. We might come up, reclaim it, and off we go. Take out Monday's high, and let's go. Because in this, right, what it is this bit here is the wick of the month. That's the body, and we're now making the body going all the way up, and we see how far we can go, right? Oh, what could happen is like this. This is the body. This is the wick. And then we're going to see how far we can fucking go, right? So that's what we're trying to find out, which way it is on the monthly. And we're going to play it level to level, right? So, but we'll focus on weekly, on the Monday's range to see what's going on. Well, so I did get a few messages of people saying to me like, oh, another thing, why I took the short, quick one, was this. Oh, I actually already did it. What the fuck I was doing? Yeah, I already done it. Anyway. And I'm saying the food looks fire. I'm gonna check it out, man. Yeah. So I did get a few messages regarding about like they missed the short, right? Because when I took the short, how do I get on board? Everyone wants to get on board on a fucking trade, right? Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Chill your fucking beans, right? Relax your ass. That's all you gotta do, right? That's all you gotta do. If you miss a trade, why are you chasing the fucking trade? It's the fucking beginning of the week, beginning of the month. When you taking a shit, right? You only rush, you only squeeze that fucker out when you've got to do something else, right? But if you're relaxing and taking it easy, right, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to take it as it comes. You're sitting down, you're reading labels of bleach bottles, you're fucking reading a book, maybe getting on YouTube, watching Trader Dainks on the fucking toilet. I know one brother who does that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, so just relax, take it easy. You miss a trade, don't worry. there's always another fucking trade. So even if you miss this trade here, Critique likes these fucking jokes, isn't it? But even if you miss this trade here, never fucking mind. What you can do now is look at the mid-range, you mark up, and David was the one actually posting on Twitter, so shout out to David, that guy's fucking smart. He said to me, right, he would play it from here to monthly open to the mid-range to weekly open, range low, and level to level. He's clocked it. He's clocked it. Afallah loves it. Really. You know you read some fucking labels on the bleach bottle because you wondered to yourself, right? Like what is bleach made out of? Someone's in the chat must have, right? We can't have all you beautiful people here, and not one person here has never read the bleach bottle thingy fucking label. All right, so yeah. Again, I'm getting sidetracked. This is not good. See, you've done it, bro. 100%, man. I think, and also just to let you know, in terms of biological compound, right? So arachidonic acid, right, is the chemical structure of bleach itself. It's the formation. It's actually a steroid, really, as well. And guess what? Arachidonic acid is made out of? Sperm. But you didn't know that. That's why sometimes if you don't drink enough fluid or like water, and you got a bad diet, like sperm can smell like bleach. I can say this because I'm a healthcare professional. I know this shit, not from experience, but I just know this stuff, right? It was literally like the third or fourth lesson of fucking pharmacy that was the first year. Well, not the sperm bit, but they did say sperm, but not the like it smells like bleach. No, but anyway, okay, let's go to thingy. Let's get on the trade. We're getting to thingy. But yeah, I'm saying it. How do we get on board, right? Let's do the bullish play, right? The bullish play is this, right? We reclaim the monthly open, Monday's mid range, right? So if we do something like this, we reclaim the Monday's mid range. I mean, this area here, it's a bit of a dead spot to me. I wouldn't trade this, right? Honestly, no. I wouldn't trade this area here. The reason why is because price can come back up there and do its thing, range bound, get below it, take out this low here, finds resistance, and sends it back to weekly open and goes a lot more lower. That's very possible. That's very possible. So we want to get onto a trade where we're a lot more comfortable to take a trade to go back up level to level, right? So that's one thing. Below the monthly open, it's tricky for the first time since the open itself. I mean, we got up, right? We did the monthly open, we shanked down, and we never retested it. We retested it yesterday, did a few deviations, we got back up, and now we lost it. So the question is, right, if we lost it, then what the fuck happens next? We lost it next. This should come as resistance, yeah? So we're going to be careful. For me to be bullish, I need to now see, so we reclaim the monthly open, hold above it. Once we hold above it, we can play it level to level. Obviously, we're going to find some sort of reaction over here. You can say that's a target 1. I mean, that's wide. It's not drawn to scale, but you can get the idea. That's target 1. And then you go to see, you play target 2 here and target 3. That's it. That's the trade done for Monday's range. It's all complete, right? Then from there, now we start seeing what the fuck are we doing then. So you can still hold the trade, right? And watch how BTC reacts. Gets above it, hold above it, and see what we do in this. We've got stops resting here, liquidity is resting out here. That to me, well, I say that'll be the next target. I'll watch this next target there and see how it happens, because I'll rather take profit at the bottom of the blue box than try and squeeze out fucking like pennies. You know what I'm saying, right? So if we start finding resistance and breaking down, and then this now will be a retest of Monday's high. The reason why we find out we most likely we'll find resistance. You see this consolidation here? This consolidation here is resistance. Potentially this could be another resistance. Capiche? Then if we retest and hold above it, I'm showing a really long-winded plan here, so fucking stay with me. Don't fucking lose me here, right? Now I have to bring out that fucking range down, man. Bastard. Where is it? So range low was here. Where the fuck? Ah, it was right here. The 19th, was it? Let's have a look. 1 second, guys. Last week, 2 weeks. Let's go back. Fucking go up. The 20th was the Monday. Okay, so we gotta look for the 20th. Right, let's go back on there. So the 20th was here. So this was the low there. Let's put the magnet here. There, and then was it here? 20. No, that's the high. There we go. Bring back this range here. Now, does it all make fucking sense why you could actually find resistance now without me saying anything? You get it already? What's so key about this area here? This motherfucker here is the mid-range of the fucking weekly range. So we're always playing level to level, right? Playing from low to mid to high. That's what it is. Low to mid, mid to high. Done. So if you're gonna play a bigger trade and you're not taking profits, you start taking profits. So like, for example, if like let's just say like yesterday, I'll give you an example, right? Yesterday you come back in, we found support off the range low. Then you're like, you know what? We're potentially gonna take out these highs. Your first set of targets would be here in this area here. So most people would probably still hold the trade. Stop loss would be here below Monday's low. Okay, so now we've got this mid-range, and now we've got to be a little bit careful because we've broken out to Monday's range. Now we're going to worry about, do we come back into the Monday's range and break down? But to be bullish, I now need to see this. So if I extend this out, right, I now need to see Monday's high to hold, because I've already taken profit here. Once Monday's high hold and show me bullish market structure, I can now re-enter, bring my stop loss below, right, if you tighter up, and then start seeing how we, especially when we reclaim this mid-range. The mid-range is going to be key. Especially when we reclaim this Monday's range, then we can start playing these highs up here. I'll say that's target 1, and then that'll be the next set of targets there, taking out these highs. And that's the expansive play from Monday's range. Because at the moment, right, where are we? We just again, can you see? I can't see it properly. I think I fucking fucked it up over here. Fucked it up, didn't I? Motherfucker. Let me move this up. There we go. Yeah, can you guys see it? Monday's range. Dr. Dainks giving out alpha. Yeah, imagine getting caught doing the smell comparison. Fuck that. Nah. I just smelling next man's fucking sperm. What kind of nonsense thingy, bro? Come on, bro. Shit, dude. You think I went to pharmacy to do that? Yeah, so Pops would might come home and my Pops is like, yo, how was school? I went to uni, Pops. It's like, yeah, how's the same thing in it? How's uni? I'm like, yeah, I smell cum. Do you know how disappointed it would be? He'd be like, you fucking wanker. That's good. Alright, cool. So that's that. And then if we break above it, obviously, the next set of plays would be something like this. Break above it, and then we play level to level, right? So that's that. That's really key. And another thing is, right, because we're talking about bullishness, right? I want to bring another little thing in it. And let me show you. Right, so if I go to indicators, right, go to moving average, and go to moving average. Okay, so for those, this is new too. So if you go on to TradingView, for example, you see indicators over here. Click that. This will open up there. If you're typing moving average, you should see, some of my favorites anyway, but you see a moving average there. Click on that. That's now on the top left corner. You see MA. That's open up there. So you got this blue little thing going on and all this craziness. Now if I go to settings and I go to chart time frame and I put weekly, right? And the length is now 200 weekly EMA. That's how it, the 200 weekly EMA. There we go. What we can see also is that on the macro scale, right? Actually, interestingly enough, right? This is the first time I've ever done it. I don't think no one's ever talked about it on Twitter yet. Weirdly enough. Let me get this chart. Oh, let me get this chart. Yeah, this chart. Let's get this chart. So, can you see? And also I would like to see the mid-range. Oh, this is 2020's range high. Did this in Dainks there, daily corner. Doesn't really matter, but let me delete all this so you guys can see. Here we go. There we go. So now you guys can see this, right? How the 20 weekly EMA has worked out. So I'm just gonna bring this out a little bit over here. Alright. So first we have support. We have a deviation for 2 weeks, right? And it gets back up and it shoots up, right? Then for the first time now we had a clean smash. This to me is actually a clean smash. Look at that candle there. About a quarter of the candle, right, or even a third of the candle, right, the body of the candle has gone below. The body of the candle. The wicks are institutional. I mean, the retail. This is institutional. The body is institutional, right? So the retails are people like, you know, the everyday idiots, innit? How we all are, right? Yeah, Hafala just showed it there. So symbol. How can I make black and white candles like yours? Okay, I'll show you. Black and white candles. Give me a second. This is skip. 1 second, brothers and sisters. Hello? Half an hour, that's perfectly fine. Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much for that. Fuck, half an hour. Shit. Let me do this quickly and then we'll call it a day. I think I'm gonna call it a day. I've got to go. Sorry guys. But yeah. So this for the first time we're find deviation. I think I'm gonna have to come back to this after. We're gonna do a part 2 on Ethereum and whatnot. We have to do a part 2. I just don't have the time for it. It's already 11:22. I do apologize. This is part 1 of the episode. Part 2 will come after. Fuck man. You know when you got fucking building work and you're trying to actually do it for do the stream and stuff like that for you guys. It's just been it's been a headache lately. It's been a tough one. Part 1 today, part 2 later. Alright? Part 2 I'll do it after NJ's stream. Whenever he finishes, I don't know. Around that time. But part 2 should be shorter. Anyway, yeah, fuck it, let's get I'm running out of time. I can't be talking. Fuck. So yeah, so now we have to look at this. We're now below it here. 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, now on the 4th week. The question is this, right? Do we retest this area? This is about 22 and a half, right? Do we retest this and then break down, lose this low here, and off we go into here, potentially go into here. No, okay, let me do a fucking line properly. Go into here. No. Fuck me. Go into here, right? That's target 1, and then go into potentially this area here, and that'll be target 2. And we play level to level, right? I know it's far fetched, whatever. I've done the whole macro scale, and then that's what it is. So, if we find that we find bearishness on below the weekly 200 weekly EMA, it's bearishness because if we find retest and break down, it's bearish. So if we start reclaiming it, it's all good. But where does this area comes into place? Let's have a look. I'll show you. So if I go on the hourly, right? Let me remove that. Cool, done. Let's bring everything back on, right? So we can see the weekly EMA. Where the fuck is it gone? It's right there. Ah, it's here. It's where this blue box is. So now, for me to be mega bullish, right, I need to see this come up, hold above it, let's fucking go. Target 1, come back up, let's go again. Target 2, and let's fucking just like milk the motherfucker out. So this is the bullish play. Does that make sense? Alright, so the bullish play will be then, once we get above the 200 weekly EMA, then I would say all this was a deviation of the fucking weekly EMA. Get it? Because we get up, we hold above it, that's the next target, target 1, and then we can see if we get to this area here. From this area, which is about 26k, from 26k, we'll get to there. Once we get there, we'll see what happens next. What happens next is going to be really fucking important, right? What are those 2 levels? Let me fucking show it to you so you guys don't actually wet your panties and shit, right? Because then you can tell your boyfriend or your girlfriend, break out the fucking green panties, it's panty night, okay? These levels are quite important. Let me show you these levels. Number 1, right? But now, I wanted to see a retest of this area. 26.7k, this low here. We've just shanked through it. Complete shanking. Like, it literally just took the piss, right? No fucking remorse whatsoever and just completely shanked it. So, ideally, if we can get a minimum as a retest, even if he wants to be like a breakdown over here, let it break down, whatever. We're going to play it level to level. We're looking for bullish plan. That's all it is. It's just fucking bullish plan. Then the second thing will be this level. What is this level? This level here is to me high time frame. Fucking important. What is it? It is the 2021 Q1 range low. Right. So if you can see here, right, this is a range bound fucking environment. Completely beautiful ranges. High, I think low, high, high, low, then back to high, then back down, and then we can see is this a deviation or a retest? Does he do something like this to go down lower, or does he come back up? Range bound off this range over here. This is that range over here, reclaim this, level to level, 25%, then we go to the next 50%, then we see if we can hold above it, then this, and then fucking let's go here, target to target, level to level, because all this was just a fucking deviation, and off we fucking go. It is fucking crazy if that happens. I don't think it can happen. I think we're in the bearish market, but who knows? I could be fucking wrong. I'm happy to be wrong because I want to make some more peace. I've got some alts that's really underwater right now. I listened to a bunch of morons to buy it, and I bought it. I'm not going to do the same mistake again, but I made a mistake. I made a mistake. We all make mistakes. We all do it, right? So at the same time, it is what it is. Let's play level to level, and that's the bullish play. I am gonna call it. I'm gonna call it time here because I've gotta go. I've really gotta go. Thank you so much for jumping on with me. I will do part 2 in the coming hour or two, or whenever. I will do part 2, and then we can look at the bearish plans. I try to squeeze it in, but I just can't. I'm so sorry, guys. That Floki thing. Floki's one of them. Yeah, Floki's one of them. George is right. I do think Floki will have his day. Don't get me wrong, but like to me right now, I play more serious games. I think meme coins they have its moments. Like Floki did make me a lot of profit. I held on to a portion of it as well, and I just felt to myself, fuck, why did I not just take profits all in one go? But what you do, right? So I'm still bag holding Floki, bag holding a bunch of other ones. But you know what it is. Cool was another one. Yeah, Vegeta. I mean, like, it dumped to 6,000 sats or 6,000 whatever, the 6K area. But cool, I did play profits onto that. I mean, I took profits from previous all-time high. I cut the trade and I entered in about 9,400 around that area. So I'm down again. But we've all done it. We've all done it. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not lying about it. But I've got to go, guys. See you later. Love. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll catch you for part 2 later. So if we can end this one. Is it ended? No, it's not fucking ended. I'm still on online. Fuck, end.